any insurance kakra ne ayankufa we hu mobo no we si ne that. Na mo ye wo mine. Because I'm also a developer.
Yeah.
And see, I go kwakota asase. Obi a in country. It's then at the end of completion, then was the excavator. And when in no the langats or the bar. Nya Ghana hani ni langatu.
No benden.
English amount for kokro bite, aplaku, tetegu, ablekuma, dancha, oho, no di langi there. Se ko bubu obi ni dan na ejizida opariado.
Yeah.
Any specialization is land litigation. Because one is cow, on home virtual. The criminal side, I hope Bob, name him. The open as some are getting over. My grandchild. The then in Kobubun. I don't want to criticize the Ghana police because of late they are doing so well, and a lot of their personnel are sacrificing their lives for modern Ghana. Doing well, but some of them go wayward. On here, and some of the district commanders take the law into their own hands because was a police attack. Kweza Zemba,
Miteopa.
Nancy.
Oh really?
Oh yes, sure. Police attack cash womb bazaar.
Oh how?
Nigeria or waka from one waka guard apostolic church fumu bubu opinion dana. Means in Yama go from. Oh mami J.
Oh really?
In sort of brodo, my brony fifi, Zino Munya, but you know what? I'll be Kasei. There you have not listened to the other side.
Yeah.
It's important also to listen to the other side.
Of course.
Not always to believe one as a one version of radio stations. Was manning painful so your Ghana painful, na your manning painful. Baby tunga, baby I didn't see. Oh yeah, you were dansoma me too. You were the old dansoma. Na the move from Agege, Shiabu, Tunga, Opetekwe, Grife, now other satellite towns no on your hand. And now we are in until Kutua Champion, Ojaze Usi, Dansomami Estates.
Yeah.
And see those places in Grabon in the 70s or in the 60s, no be annual. If you Chokwa, the last place is Fana. Fana very close to Aplaku area hall. And then there Pamros. For Pamros in Chinido, walkway and then Kofana. And then Fase. So there in Sunechi.
Yeah.
Fana in Sunenim. And then there be annual Capim Tama. Kutua Champion Beshasi the OCC. Ne steel benders, masons, carpenters, painters. Na adi Opetekwe.
Yeah.
Sir, another Adafo na adi Igbefu Ebogokeshe Gripe. That is how these satellite towns are developing around Dansomami Estate. Na today morning, Dansomami hin na nche offshore na masasi ni yado. Oye English ifo masasi. Nti ze ayinfo na to na asasi na mana. If truly that ayinfo na to na asasi na mana. Not just he has a right to the land. The only problem Mbisen, and then the only question Mbisen only there and not or register na assassin war lands commission. Moko we disa because in Accra here eto deno isi deno say enyewo yellow card you are out. Ebotum na Accra register war lands commission. Say one dioma anko valuation anko dit. Now one more the yellow card now. Then you don't have a title to the land. And that is what people are using because people are ignorant about adi there monko lands monko ha obi fi there e bi abe 50 by 100 in it's enough for me most estate developers wants wo yen obi wo ma onye estate developer bo no wa kaja asase no we go to bi ama info maybe one there was about papers in the radio mo ya was asase dam and there are a lot of problems even in central and time ya azu ehun the troubles wo na wo kwa info na wo ye dam ehun na the ignorance in there one call lands commission one found to 60 by 80 na meto wo adi wo for the property and the estate developer nti na nti I should think there abenti obey he has a problem there one register there plot them as imam and you know those people at lands and valuation they there are people who are in connection with others. But my plotters as your mama or plotting is not being registered.
Yeah.
And they turn around and then sell the land. They have a right to the land. And I'm sure these are the problem. Now I'm happy there abansu the new laws Oziba in acquisition of lands in Ghana. Na mejizi there say parliament or pass the law now obobua obia wo main so that we don't triple sell lands because in Ghana magayen there as protect assassin at the end of the day you own the land na bia wajiji nkofusu won ska nti wo men hwem say botumi abo na ya abo
okay
ma nisa kana assassin no ye yo there we sisi and then we go do dam stage. No, we what the excavator. This thing should stop once and for all.
Marty, I'm going to take Jacobs. May I say, why George Pariado? But when them never far a crime so.
Yeah, well, the biggest problem we have as a country, you mean fire, branding in embassy people for laws are governing in Sassia and crime. Also, your nature of your land tenant system now, your war, a war. Yeah, a bit problematic. Yeah, and you can't say family, stew. It's me only answers here from Embrana, a regulatory family lands and individual lands. Unfortunately for years of mine, because I'm binding only answers here, no. I'm buying it to me Shembra Kente. You know, Osha stool answer. Even though a stool no year in charge, no, they are holding it in charge for the people, but I'm buying it will say was two lands.
Okay.
But I'm buying this and it was one can deal with lands in this country. So and you want bring me so you will be ignorant to it. You were your friend of statutes of limitations. You know, for instance, but now assas here so it be associated the Hanum Joy from any Hanum. Now me Bobby would also, now me betina so for some number of years. Now associated near Wodiana when take appropriate steps via your friend adverse possession associated by the media.
Oh, okay.
But Ebia now associated na me the amawo wasempa. Me na me ye allodia say there were various rights in land. The highest right of the between hold your land, the allodia rights no. But under the allodia no about the use fact and some leases, no license, no name no abawas here. That allodia now is an empty shell.
Okay.
You know, me na me crack use fact, and I me de assassin no amount. Me de man for be 30 years. Me de man no one class assassin so no honorable benaye. Ebe azumi. Or boss assassin, so without your permission, no, I bet an assassin for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. After a certain number of years, you are statute barred from coming to claim assassin and the amount for 30 years. It's been assuming assassin for so long as he's on it. So it is a 15 years, but 30 years next one, he doesn't assume me rights.
Okay.
So he only assumes the unexpired.
Okay.
There are cases that go to support it. Clue versus Kudedwa Preku. There are so many cases. that makes that part of how people acquire lands. But all this said and done, say, you litigate here. Now say, if your court decide, they say, you cannot give what you don't have.
Okay.
And there is a principle in law that says that say studio hanomo in media, as I say where in media. Na me de and your day, na me babefa. Na you take it time. Na you come in na you establish a massage here. Because in the first place, na saseni you cannot tell me how I should determine my property. And I media. But that is when the court has established and all other avenues, yes, but I don't put in pain, some of the courts, because of human face, as you, Nipana Wabetsnaso, Opa, the first option to buy. Intimately no issue and negotiate.
Okay.
But they be also as me here said because you see, no two lands are the same.
Okay.
And you cannot compensate me for my land. So if compensation, because you're afraid it be specific performance, there are some things that the court cannot grant specific performance. And then there are some things the court can grant. No two lands are the same. So as I said, that JFM car kwan. Now what about media? Now what faculty kwan so no afa na court agya mame. Now the West Sudan area, over as I said, the area industrial area. It mean far. You cannot quantify that. It doesn't become the same. So the court cannot enforce. Until their court be can say for myself, mame.
Okay.
Until in doing so, I may end up coming with my bulldozer or my machines to come and break down the property and take.
But in coming to break, me I may occupy, I say what to me BBA.
Oh, and I may catch us. This is when all the court processes have been exhausted.
Okay.
And by saying the court processes have been exhausted, it means that because the party was not in court, so a decision was given when the party was not there. But it is, and you see, issues of land, it travels for long.
Okay.
So it just doesn't happen overnight. It goes through when the court your serving notices are one, and even that they must take appropriate steps to notify you.
Okay.
And one of the forms of notification is your publication in the newspaper, pasting it on your wall.
Okay.
All those processes will have us to enforce the judgment. The same time come back to the court to take that order from the court.
Okay.
Enforcement of judgment.
Okay.
So all those are procedures they don't happen overnight. And it gives the other party the opportunity to file for a stay of execution, to appeal against the decision, and every other remedy the law provides you. But if you don't do that, then they are wala. It's say you can say I could be there. But unfortunately for us as a people, we are a lawless group of people. It's in pain, people take the laws into their own, what the ideal should be.
Okay.
But we've had many instances. While the case is in court. Because you see, there is also, you say,
Angia.
Because you see, in some Supreme Court decisions, so be say by force.
I saw the Takashi firm.
Take the same steps. Okay, Club versus Connecticut Africa.
As a steps.
Steps, no. I say,
and the one they determine are steps.
Exactly. Say Nipane fa land gas na the baswa.
As also far macho man.
So there is a bit of a conflict story now on Narity and I was on another set.
Sure.
So I'm not able to speak to it. But the American is everybody be of feelings and the rights. And the beer bad so and he claims that he has title. Like Alote said. In crime Sasiet or show my bra bonus and your motier. And then Sasia your maton. And I believe that it is time, and I'm not going to do this thing in Ababe back now, because sometimes you're 1, 2, 1 or ha near 1 brawi or ha, it makes it a bit cumbersome even for we lawyers understanding and appreciating some of the laws that governs land.
Right.
It should be the same procedure, because the procedures in some part of Accra, not the whole of Accra, on the yellow card, it should be a bit cumbersome.
Oh, okay. Martin Medasibe here, we are joining Adom 106.3 FM, Dwaso Nsem Panel 36 minutes after 9. Honorable, I mean, Tiwe.
You mean I'm the chair with you for you.
Joso.
And so I said, media sent a lawyer for Yakasewi.
Oh, well, said the TV.
Because we need the money and round the brave and sassy 7. But na papa na 7 so menti.
Yeah.
19 ENT. Commenting on it now, a bit difficult. But I was say a mamra, a gruma, a woman. So, what I say, a fans as some whatever,
yeah,
be a hono. I was say, it me ma emra a gruma. In fact, that is what makes us human beings. No, and as I distinguish between yen as human beings. Any those in the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, no, it's a survival of the fittest. Anything as Bobby Soyano pa or so chasey or chibi, a cautionary because a commodity. So, Ubia the ope and your juma. Reasoning and your juma. Then how different are we from those in the animal kingdom? My little opinion is Abribiano, Omodombe engage in Abian Sasia, your turn a double, your turn triple, your turn is any same. Again, it's a matter of Emrano Sonne almost be a bit D. Sembrano ne a movie D 1, 2, 3 BR. Perhaps a best send the signals. I'm a man for engage in that issue. No? Because on other times I say my money we are no I could take back seat. Now if you move to no. And I'm over between Manson sometimes Manson no Trabano that person. So I mean a painful unless before Ubinya a BSC. Now overnight preoccupied. Maybe the machines are babysy home now. You pull everything. We are aware resource cry. That day it may take a couple of days and then maybe as a couple down for cry rent here. What me and in the new place be called Punyadano are renting. The Cobase, be at the means no crowns and sank when you heard there. Now, I dear Haggy. Into your mum ran your drum. We should not be sending signals out there, say, we are between our door, PBR, and get away with it. As I now only lead to some of these issues.
Martin, I say, Honorable Benaya, have you for you to answer now? Maybe see a shot debut or daily graphic and him. Your next topic in Lanka, but Shamam. A shot, Dark Street. Safety swallowed up in the night. Now, the issue of street lights. Abeyeti paye kroma. Why can't we mount our street lights? Said the bay I do anajua. A chrome beshring.
Yo, Azamba.
Angle.
Street light in Izumi. Let us fix our attitude. Our attitude. We live in an area, street lights. We have developed a culture here. Everything should be done by government. Until government are here, then the government is irresponsible.
But then maybe it's the same kakra or American.
When the Ghanaian attitude now, Ogajo there, also American, also her.
But your Nipan Obotuma them. India.
It's because the system is rigid.
So it means
even see the need to.
And the other I had you basically the need.
Yeah, from primary school, now say you change your attitude, you said yes.
Yes. What you in civic education? Yeah, assembly will put near 20 feet. Obo lash 12 kings. Assembly near 20 feet. In the beside the walk assembly. It's all been scrapped out of our educational system. Assembly, what bombard we ya to you ya match. There's like classrooms, and you do classroom first thing dictation. And until them, the system has changed until we are becoming irresponsible. Look, gutters, okodu baby wo there was in Azisha ho ama yetumi yi na se got na choka na ye yin ro na efim yet honest scrap boys what you want feel bu na wa amado no was that to film impact wo orishe onka yeah Mr. Debia, if you want to know the Ghanaian attitude then remember what happened at Medina. The school from West African Secondary School, look at the route. Even with the police walk to Mobanazi, what do you police? My ACPA group now no for me. I'm going to run here to scatter. Wash your ties on an asphalt road. That is the nature of a Ghanaian. Government out of nowhere. Okay, he's got almost 38 million to build 4. No alcohol, no what you jump for contractor delay, abandon. Then you start to interview people, ignorant people. You start to interview them. You are also part of fueling tension in this country. The media in Ghana. Every day was TV doing a paper seminar. Government completed the 4 foot bridges. Baby, I wafa na wafa. That is the Ghanaian attitude. Wash your ties to go. Street in Udon. What see bridges in the way? 4 bridges in Nemo Waba. No who them ndadi concrete idea what they supponen will jump over it, no cross the next road. So it has to take Henry Cotti, the honorable regional minister, to go there. Navy to enforce the people to walk on the footbridge. That is the Ghanaian attitude. That is the Ghanaian attitude. Epia ma 1 year street lights in Yabio. A matter of about 6 months. Because doesn't know so now car otumu bo at the street light in to form. But the war for some weeks. Sometimes I am a country there. Metropolitan assemblies, municipal assemblies. This is the assembly was ama in Grassophone. And the metropolitan and municipal assemblies was ama in here peri urban and urban towns. Possible. As I was, Obama Mark would stop work by order. But they won't look at the street lighting on so. Just like that. Sometimes they don't have the money to buy the lights and replace them. Sometimes it's fluctuation of power. Architects and civil engineers. Electrical engineers. There's a need for them. And we don't meet. There's no platform to invite these people to sit with them to either argue or in a way find solutions to some of these urban problems. But we have experts around. We don't call upon them. They also don't come out because of our attitude. Or calling into their shells, and they will not want to come out. And see, it is for you and I. See them, CCLR graphic is about. I was raise the issue. What next? Do we have to come and talk on radio or on TV? Then we go home. What is the next issue? Majisi there. Say graphic is about. There is a need for multimedia or reps woboko metropolitan and municipal assemblies na the masemi because obi wo homa na la paper ipo graphic on read na we say news items and morning political and social shows are why na on TV until there's a need for you people also to go to these various assemblies to go and ask them, what are you doing? The Accra is dark. But just there, it will go a long way to help us. And as we in your light in the Nufa, I'm robbery, I will be I can tell Kakra.
Uncle Matty, I say, Operado, YMC pain, you know. To me, fix the light in YMC.
I'll come to your question, but I'll take it from maybe the senior Alote, who is no more a member of my party. Agency.
And I'm happy not to be your party member.
Is a leadership, a course. What follows from it is the effect of leadership. I don't agree, so we must fix our attitudes. I don't. We must fix our country, which is a current call. I see now you soon near the edge, and I'll tell you why. When you put in place a leader, and now your elected leader said, "Umbra solve problems." So they were saying, "Power, he won't mean solve problems." You know, put you on for elections. You know, you put yourself up for elections because you prescribe solutions to problems that you want. Now, Obana can say nipa na fixing the attitude because you can say leadership here cause the training effect here. When the leader himself fixes his attitude, automatically, only be here Juma. Oshé nipa ni sune ne ban na reflect on so there so. It is almost do Juma 7:30 ya. Na before Oba be ba no, na mu nyina mo be Juma 8:30 ya. Nipa no Oba be mo head no start be Juma 7:30 ya. The likelihood say we na mbese samusu ban no e wo ho no mo because oba eso wo ban sa na obo saba na wo be office no nti ono ba no ti abonten na o twen wa ade etia wa ga sa conscience e be bu for o di america na institutions na ye adwuma but when you have the leader himself oba adwuma after 9 o you very sure say we do adwuma mu 8:40 oh who say oba 8:40 because ono mo be after 9. That is why because the leadership is a course. The effect. So when you have an effective leader, Fakrumo has not all instructed districts in I said the next time I'm ever I don't want to see this. They will get it fixed. Because we've all been in that office before, has made a difference. When we speak about Malaysia, when we speak about Singapore, and then all these Asian tigers are and then we do Mpensenpensenmu, even China. It is the emergence of one leader. And Oba, or did the reforms now, the leadership of Kwame Nkrumah.
I'm for Rwanda and come.
I'm going to get there. The leadership between Media and Sanamako. The leadership of Kwame Nkrumah with its industrialization drive. The leadership of Rwanda under Paul Kagame. War-torn Rwanda. 20 years ago, you had a child Krabegasa Open. Today, Mahama was president. How he reformed our infrastructural needs in this country. So leadership matters. Ocean this manifesto in the just ended elections. One of the things that I'm preaching is that we needed an authority for just street lights. So Ocean my job online. There is even a story of my job online. Now your national chairman espouses her philosophy. I was saying you see and you be authority. So that your street lights is a major challenge in this country. We travel very late at night because some of the communities need to be on one crying and one come very late in so our own control because they be on back or share a dream one back or farms.
Yeah.
And those of us who even do national politics in Podia, you're namana diachi. Because sometimes you travel so late. 60% of some of the accidents we suffer because of the bad nature of your lighting system. It's okay, light your bright said then crana. I saw you so high, no. Saka street lights on man, the dim should be fine. High, no. Opponent, you over. Car for fry eba, no. The high force on his eyes, na cause him in accident. And our roads are narrow. Into no bad roads, no lights, narrow roads, and a di kumkumya. Some road accidents a kumya insane. COVID in by. Into no, I don't agree, sir. To a large extent, the populace has a role to play. But Ubisa say me say I didn't know because America. Nipa no figure na here or ko school Ghana here. The same attitude of the figure na no and none of the kwa broche. But do broche no, the institutions are there and are working. Our problem here is that the institutions don't work. We have all the institutions. We have all the laws. I have studied the laws of other countries. I said, but I can tell you on authority, say, some of our legal frameworks are one of the best in the world. So it is not a matter of we not having the requisite laws. And it's a matter of any institutions, no. But the institutions on their own do not operate. Institutions are manned by leaders and men. So until we have the right leadership in place, I can assure you that we will come back again and have this discussion again. Let leadership reflect the times we are in. Leaders are made based on times are a woman. Leaders have emerged in crisis. And your wartime leaders are when their countries are at war. That is the best time they show leadership. And then after war they become redundant because our more ideas was they showed character, and that is why we are calling on the Kufuor to do same. So there's never been a time in the history of this country there is so much hopelessness on the faces of the many Ghanaians. You cry for leadership. And when we cry for leadership, COVID starts here. Any time the president was going to address the nation, look at the number of people who were glued to their TV. Because at that stage, we were looking for leadership. And we were worried as a people. So we expected leadership to lead us. So be unfortunately, today, President nobody cares. Because Ghanaians gradually are beginning to lose confidence in his leadership. Because Ghana for Gini said, you're trouble man, they say, Umbra solving problems. And the problems keeps compounding. Our lighting system in this country, street lights, and Uncle Alote is here, he's been a board member of the ACG before. You know, every month, beer or light bill bar, there is a component for street lights. That's kind of coin for. What the NDC is saying is there is a need, sir. You best set up street lighting authority. Now says you cannot you chair your light bill. You team authority, me chair my light bill and paying for street lights. Okay. Let NDC when the people pay and they don't see their money at work, it becomes a challenge for them. On the issue of Obiba Koyi Dadie, if our institutions are working and people are being sanctioned and punished, and I'll give you an example. 3 or 4 days ago, last week was the issue of Caleb Kuda. The National Security Minister under the able leadership of Honorable Kandapani statement by military officer now no second.
Yeah.
Almost uncle back to the station. Uncle back or reporting back to the military high command. Now you're sanctioning uncle facing disciplinary action or someone sanctioning. Then yesterday we see promotions and then new changes at the military headquarters. The most resourced units at the military headquarters are the 64 Infantry Battalion.
Yeah.
So you know from the crime will say the abuse of human rights, and it's remind you this one no be argument. Crime is crime anywhere. It does not offend just the national security. It offends the constitution of this country because you cannot infringe on the rights of anybody. Now, why this house and our national security? Now, national security are referring back to military high command, say, yes, sanctioning. And then the next morning, what you read, they say, you're promoting. You know what that means? A shiny part, they say, so once you are connected to the corridors of power, or you're born a crop, that is how come, will be bet me afro, no akwa two street light because two street lights near be punishing now on two but them so two no yeah amanyo ko bi ba and an busu ni bi wa ba mu ano nimpani bi a hwini we besi so we are already enforcing people to commit more crime and atrocities against the man. How then do we fix it? This is not a problem of fixing ourselves. It's a problem of leadership acting, and we must fix Ghana. So it is not about you fixing yourself. It's about fixing Ghana, and leadership must be fixed. If anybody must fix itself, or my opinion is only can fix it once.
As George Payado made us National Youth Organizer NDC, Honorable Benaye, Bremame. Tiopa.
You say. On my way, your biggest problem, NDC.
Really?
Of course. On my way, send this down to us, so my be your bread.
NDC ni why ever call anymore.
You be queer nim pa.
I don't mind then.
Because they be on that your my son. All they know and thrive on is confusion, take advantage of amount for ignorance and whatever. Okay? For example, the issue at the buy.
Jim FM.
What's that?
Street light.
Street light.
Jim FM.
2 NDC. Now, for example, your difficulty of street light. Now, can I how are we going to resolve it? And yet, we know at the touch line. EPC de amamuni show my son. We must talk only solution.
The current national
only solution.
Street lights want it. The cars that we propose this in our manifesto.
We know how.
About what the man announced.
Also, episode number your problem. Common tolerance.
Because the way no more is insulting. But I mean,
Because I do Otumaganda. No, I have to.
Baby, you feeling your hand me feel.
George, I see baby you feel and you tell me.
And you have no fear.
Until they kasa.
These people.
Anaba kasa.
No, I have to.
But you kasa.
One of the reasons I'm saying this is for a problem.
How can we be the problem?
My problem now common tolerance. What can say 30 minutes? Na me tia. Because I 1 minute per ohresim. We ya the teacher of mama. And I had now call under your watch. A free anchor to the presidency.
The commission didn't find him guilty.
Presidency. But anyway, I'm not going to deviate. But correct along that. Leadership is cause, everything else is effect. You can leadership and so on. And yet just the president. He has a role to play. The studio has his year. Una assume leadership. What this studio ha. It's a program you must exhibit leadership. For example, or interject and I say Gabriel's going dinner or Makana type program. Also, what show leadership by bringing him under control. So, it is Anna, I was a Yenina, your several leaders. It is where you are no, as a leader. No. What difference are you making? It is only in the minds of NDC. Typical of them. I'm sorry, I don't be sad. Then I'm in my between. Then I'm my between. I develop my country. No, so sorry, I'll be sad. Then I meet me. I had their mama mine. What difference can I make? Look, there were several people in several positions. As a matter of fact, they are not leaders. They are just in those positions managing the positions. They can't think outside the box. It's a small problem, be a bad. It's just about think outside the box and resolve it. No, don't you can say, yeah, form of street light authority. My goodness. Set the existing system. Because nobody is thinking, somebody is not doing his work to make sure that the lights are on, and you must go and create a whole authority. To supervise that, somebody is paid. Is that person sitting there just interested? Is he thinking outside the box? Say, yes, this idea was saying can it comes under my jurisdiction. And now a choir band met me a social leadership at that place. So but now the BBR done a part to say okay, light name any honor, young tracing all the way to the president. Ebinana minua aloteke. Madina Queen Residents Association, Obi show leadership. And he organized the people in that area. So maybe you cross and yet Etienne day a food bridges. They did demonstrations, blah 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 blah. Immediately, government also responded, say yes, Ampa, we need to resolve this issue. And you construct 4 food bridges. You and that person has gone to bed. A man in Crawford now, no pretending as if say he cared about them. No, they are still using crossing the road no, by the wrong side. No, why is that person not organizing? Again, at least if it's education or whatever. A man in Crawford no mun just not the mindset of the bayard. Or the bayard demonstration say yenya food bridge, yenya food bridge, yenya food bridge. The person really did not have the people no at heart. So attitude when you say you don't see the need. We in this unity, you don't see the need. So say people see your attitude. Your attitude is not about NDC and PPO. Yeah, it cuts across.
Jim FM.
It cuts across. Said ye yesu any your bantian. Say yansi san. Now you who black as white from Yankura Bluban, your president that cannot change you. You will still be seeing black as white. You will still be seeing black as white. Because that's how you've been nurtured, that's how you've been brought up. So, to say that a year no can America, there was a system near the other. No, see Nipano, the attitude bringing him up from the Yankura ya cheno wa man who said for example street lights when they provide the yeah into even the need said or say because
Manowa ya me bisa question.
I've been to me Bamfa man issue has enough for question. I've been to other places there now. Traffic light issue.
But manage your
do stop first come first serve, first come first serve. Traffic new flow free.
Yeah.
Bra ojakrum.
Biasum.
Yes. But you be insurance, common insurance card in yapim. Ubi our insurance. Ubakona driver for neko. Ubakona driver for neko. You can cancel insurance one. And after accident, no, or you exchange nose now insurance for injection. And somebody who said, just say, what do baby crowd say? It be a high entrance. Traffic now, echo street, no, a big jam. It can at least ninja that exit, no. No be about me at 10 and I say, no. And you think that it should take the president to come and correct this thing? Obia a role to play. The president also has a role to play. No mistake about it.
But honorable I am Mibisao. Say you fix it light. Na Obia Korea. You fix it light, no Obia Korea. Measures bend we put in place to make sure say this time you fixing no be we are money.
No. Lord, yeah, I'm coming from the beginning. Say, Lord, I say, yeah, once a while, despite to say, the Kenyan, Ubina, miscreant be a, or better as obey the abnormal thing. Or, yeah, that is where the law must also deal with him. That's why the law must also deal with him. But for how long? And I see you put a year, N1 is.
Yeah.
N1 is. Say, human beings, no, see, I spend the extra money near the barbed wire to divide that road.
No grabo ye chucha.
And no crano. Nipana side there, or could try to say, baby, I'm doing a say, I really human beings. Say, especially in your Messi, baby now, was I shall be a skirt. Nasa watching teen, across wire day, or full one across to the other side. 6 lanes. It will be 7 or 8 lanes. Then because I will be crossing Tino, ɔsi yasa spend sika fufuro ɛde check kwenumu wobɛkɔ ne yasa betwa ne yasa spend sika fufuro na wuwie a wasa bɛka sɛ ulati nyina so unsuo nyina so ukwan aye say forgetting say for example say sika na ye dey unnecessary so what I'm saying is if we are to restrict ourselves to irresponsible, if that person no is not doing his work, he must be fired.
Who fires the person?
Okay, for example,
he must be fired. He must be
the Jubilee House. There was this question about street light, and President then was bold. That's like, as president, you are telling us this, and that's on Timofexia, Krofwako, Rianti, Mfanesa. Now, as authority, CEO no cry, friend is saying, he came to tell us that lights no moko crabbe fixie moto in a substandard, and nobody. Sometimes I wonder. Ni ajino who clients in Kanieti.
Muhammad Ode Kaya men from Metumesa now say
oh, that me fefi ho because the same
I think I can just end this for the you know. If
compare his achievement to this sham of it.
It's because what we now is a development of your physical structures. You see the of course.
What the Ghanaian
Only ni party hon not being now or define development as physical structure. Now what problem? So if so the major no. Massa, you can't impose limitations on me here. If your understanding and appreciation of development is restricted to just physical structures, I see beyond my physical eyes. Me close my physical structures. Into a banner said, "Dan Bakushi, the other say." I mean, what kind of is that? So, it didn't make sense NDC issues, no. Na nipa into me and think outside the box. Said, "Dreamer women here, the Ashaminsa." How do I resolve the issues? Be a political, yes. Until I'm cutting across. So there are certain people occupying certain positions and they can't think outside the box. Otherwise, oh yeah, meaning this street lights in Accra say AMF was in the show say whatever department be asking the share. Now, Bosumi so what do you pay? Adias besa na kronumu ayesum, and that person is still occupying his position, the person must be fired. That will be over to me a day because some could do baby, especially this KMA now almost trying, for example, things like common fund cry. I don't know, I wonder. I'm your president. Can these KMA those major ones common fund cry come because they should be able to raise enough resources if they will think outside the box to fix a lot of the things are also areas are almost expected funds from central government. If you go beyond the political positions, like I said, there are several other positions. And as a civil servant, being occupied, whatever. Hey, he doesn't care. Are you therefore surprised? He said, "Oh, they most students now would diminish as an example." Say, multimedia, I be far better than GBC. Mobile, not GBC resources. I rank a GBC one. Kibini Modie. No. And yet, I wonder how many people even listen to GBC radio and as a TV. Because Abandia, into you know, we should be at this position. Media, this idea, you know. But look at them there. A brasso. Say, young. Targeting results from individuals, be at the positions, be it in the public service, be it in governmental level, and I say wherever level be in a society. Yet to Chrome, Mom was a Chrome watching it, Tons RCD. And I be a Cronam woman, Yampas any if you man in area see, Yampas be a Chrome watching it. royalties be and say whatever be a bar nkonya no ho I say or they develop chrono nobody cares.
Jim FM.
Complaints no dozen. That is why I embrace the call to fix the country. However, so what do you so call you say fixing the country no obi as a dear. It means a one kasa unyante fixing a country as it. The 9 or so whatever. You should say 9 sharp now. Making sure say as a Adom FM. It's on air. Delivering. Mama phones will bet you. Design as a meso play that role and play it well. Aban ne dear. Media oh ya dear. Judiciary yani ni hanya sa ba bia betana issue ba share solutions. Near the usual MPP NDC we na ya de we na anya.
Ambra here wrap up comment in mama 2 minutes.
Well,
Aba noise
there's too much noise in Ghana. Ghana has become noisy.
From where? One among
From
why
all
noisy.
angles. There. Obia Soro come up here. We are not committed to Ghana.
We are committed to it.
Especially politicians, senior politicians. This is about my social commentator. The damn good things know what to eat here. That's the type of development in Ghana for is wrong. There's nothing that is right. So far as I'm against you or I detest your system, I should speak against you. So there's no contribution coming from anywhere that will help all of us to move this. It has to be pointed to one person. When we are talking about leadership, leaders. And it is our various contribution of Ghana. When we are talking about leadership, don't let us point a finger at one person. Because we all should contribute to make Ghana what we want Ghana to be. The abandonment is what you know. In power, in Muzawama Mayashi, and then say any criticism should be constructive. That's why we are lacking as Africans. The black man's attitude towards Nanimanbo is quite different. But by the end, will never come with solutions. Adom TV. They are fan of doing that.
Then
they are also adding to the tension in this country. There.
What tension?
Who was just viewing one of your news items. Reporter now baby. Over more than 500 people. What's the shoot to our
district assembly war?
No. Yeah.
Community in one
government is limited when it comes to resources.
Yes, but uncle.
As you people should stop this.
Community when you be into one way.
Into Wobotum ne net block. Bricks. Wobotum wire bricks. Are you talking about?
What bricks wire then? Not
bricks in wire. The wire communal labor. No wotum watch bricks. Want to move here shoot no one won't come. You see, that is the type of culture we are helping to develop, and it will end us nowhere. You see, those days when President Rawlings was getting into Nima gutters to clean the gutters, so the Ghanaian attitude, president in the Western gutter, abandoning me shoot to and then we come back again with leadership.
Uncle Mekano, as those days, president, now when Nima got him, he was showing leadership.
That is what I'm saying.
Will follow you. That's it.
Because we are the very same people who criticize President Rawlings for going into the gutters. And we are living with it to today. The leadership. So Sabita Fracho obi kotole to gu robum no chichi no tochina. There should be a leadership, and that leadership is pointed to one person. Sabita Frache, Obiaba no win elections no obey your mampina over 5,000 appointees. We don't hold them responsible, but we direct everything to the presidency, which is wrong. Tomorrow you will be there.
That's a shank me. That's it. Abari.
I'm a Dinkakra. Is it? But now it's hey. When they were in opposition, the problems of Ghana was John Mahama. The beer was the backstops of John Mahama. And John Mahama, being a responsible leader, accepted it because Senior Uncle Alotekan, oh, you're a leader, oh, your appointments of over 5,000 people. So when your appointee is not working and he's not functioning well, you have the power to change him. He's the one Sasano, and the problem still lingers on now. And your whole problem. That is why we call on leaders. It's like Mabena said, when he talks about development, I'm not sure that he appreciates development better than any of us here. He knows what development is. And development is not just about fiscal structures. But even in the other areas of development, what does the MPP have to show? Zero. Because it's an admission of failure. Somewhere failing, They're always looking and call from the ordinary Ghanaian, asking leadership, say, on fixing problem. No, the NDC did not start this fix it campaign. Ordinary Ghanaians, are almost the deterioration and what system, and how bad this government has handled issues and the issues pertaining to the development of this country, and they started this fix it campaign. But the last time I came here, because they say, fix it now, yeah, can. A snowball, a rolly, a bobo. Say, I'm so no, that consume in both NDC and PP. The danger is that, say, you're dealing with it head on. And the only way we can deal with it is when the Ghanaian people, Ghana for no, who say leadership has taken the lead in addressing some of the challenges. You may sit here and downplay what physical structures do in the development of every nation. But you see, so you're a student of development, now to development as here, you will never discount the importance of infrastructural development to the well-being and development of a national economy. Because when the roads are bad, you can street lights and your fiscal structures. When the roads are bad, when there are no street lights, when you cannot move food from the farms into commercial centers because there are no roads, they are all physical structures. You may choose to do human development, but even human development, it means to keep place in a vacuum without resort to ensure the physical structures and the requisites needed a year to develop now. In the last 5 years.
I want now DC.
In the last 5 years, I hear buying with a borrow. It's what is causing all these problems we are all into. They told us that borrowing was a lazy man's approach in handling an economy. They told us they don't borrow. Today, this government has borrowed more than any other government. Yet, apart from almost free SHS, which even this morning, Mama radio station, Joy FM, we are listening to parents, like what kind of views about free SHS and how parents are now saying, apart from free SHS, this government cannot tell us anything concrete that they've done with all the monies at Adom 106.3. So we are confronted with a monster. And that is where your voice is here dealing with. So they can sit here and insult all of us. Omuko school, they know what they call you. But the MPP sound say, Omuko school here and Bubu school down there. They can carry on.
Abayado Mate, Anaboy. It's you.
Yes. That's why I say you name some of the people she says fix it. I'm telling you, it's because I'm not for believe we say it is MPP in the bit me fix it. Nobody can tell me say under NDC time Ghana independence mona modiso and pay bebre. Some of the problem now that people are not calling on MPP. We have what it takes. Why is Africa still poor? natural resources in Kwanka, debeni lucky or Africa. What we lack is human resource development. That is what is lacking in Africa. Yet cocoa physically, yet cocoa near TV, we don't even know what to do with it to add value.
Jim FM.
Brony Korea baby, I'm no. Britain pound, a general British pound in an identity. Yenye gold no mabesisa, and they back gold. We have this natural resource. MISA use you. MISA in forest. Just because the know-how, the right technology also to me the two side gold now, you bet me their back your currency, you bet me their developing your man. Because we don't have that technology. It will look at what we are doing now. If I'm telling you, say, development in now, human resource development no, a change others no. And we should take precedence. I'm not saying it's a physical structures, no, but even the physical structure now can. Who designed that building? Who designed that road? It takes human resource development. Check other places are developing now. What I say, then they develop on the first. Who cannot trace and Namasasi plane in them? What did it take? It took the human brain. It is young sharpening your brains here. Near Cassia go then this way, yeah. Near Brook.
Happy birthday, Nkoma Richard appear inside Medina Estate. Happy birthday to you. And happy glorious birthday, Nkoma Anita Osei. See you, the Slick Store, La Paz, Niboy Town. God richly bless you from Ayua 05. I said, Nkoma Ayua 05, DJ Awan, Aisha Ibrahim, Kofi Hassan, Listo Wakwajo Fojo, your lead producer, Josh Tigo, programs manager, AC Ohine, head of news, Adom FM, Adom TV, the general manager, Abdullah Awudu. I was Yamadini Kwasia Sempa, Tete Banafu to me, work and happiness up next. Stay tuned.